When we imagine nature's apex predators, we naturally picture mass and muscle. We look to the open ocean for great whites or the savanna for big cats, assuming that extreme lethality requires immense size. But the most efficient hunter on Earth operates at a fraction of that size. The mantis shrimp is barely larger than a human hand, yet it possesses a strike so devastating it operates outside the standard speed limits of biology. Its dominance relies on an ability to process environmental data that remains entirely invisible to human observers. To understand how this happens, we need to stop the timeline right before a strike occurs and look at how this predator acquires its target. Human perception is built on a specific biological baseline. Our eyes rely on just 3 color receptors to construct every image we see. This chart compares our visual capacity directly to that of the mantis shrimp. Where we use 3 receptors, they possess 16 distinct types. This sensor array extends their vision into the ultraviolet spectrum and allows them to read circular polarized light waves. Operating independently, its trifocal eyes scan the reef, analyzing this optical data to calculate the exact distance, shape, and structural density of a target. Before a single physical movement is made, the prey is locked in by a biological tracking system, providing a complete data set of its environment. Moving the timeline forward a fraction of a millisecond, the shrimp initiates the physical strike. Most animal movement is generated by muscle contraction. However, muscles have a natural limit to how quickly they can contract, which restricts the maximum acceleration of an appendage. To overcome this, the shrimp uses a specialized spring and latch mechanism. It coils its internal structure, locking it in place while building internal tension, similar to the mechanics of a high-powered crossbow. This line graph plots the kinetic output when the latch releases. The club reaches 50 miles per hour in 1/1000th of a second, exceeding a .22 caliber bullet. If a human threw a baseball with proportional force, it would enter orbit. By utilizing mechanical storage rather than simple muscle contraction, the shrimp has turned its own anatomy into a high-velocity ballistic weapon. At the exact microsecond of impact, the most significant damage occurs in the water immediately surrounding the club. This velocity triggers a fluid dynamic anomaly known as cavitation. In this vector diagram, the rapid club movement tears water molecules apart, creating a vacuum bubble where the liquid briefly boils. When surrounding pressure forces that bubble to collapse, it releases a secondary shockwave and a flash of light. During this collapse, the temperature inside the bubble briefly reaches levels comparable to the surface of the sun. The target sustains both the physical impact of the club and the intense heat of a localized thermodynamic explosion. Returning to normal time, the entire sequence concludes in the blink of an eye. The target is subjected to a double hit. It absorbs the physical force of the biological club, followed immediately by the concussive pressure of the imploding bubble. This cavitation shockwave is so intense, the shrimp can miss its target and still use the resulting pressure wave to shatter the shell. This mechanism creates a narrow margin for error. Once the latch releases, the combination of speed and shockwaves leaves the prey with very little opportunity to escape or survive the encounter. Pulling back from this microsecond of destruction, we find this creature sitting quietly in the crevices of a vast ocean reef. Without the sheer mass of a shark or the musculature of a lion, it achieves a high rate of success by applying mechanical principles rarely seen in other predators. Lethality in this environment is not a product of size, but of the hyper-efficient weaponization of physics. While we often look to the stars for alien biology, some of the most complex predatory adaptations on Earth are currently hunting in the dark corners of our own oceans.